Somewhere right now, someone is about to buy a BMW 5 Series for $8,000 because it looks like the deal of a lifetime. In 6 months, that same car will have cost them their transmission, their turbo, and their patience. Meanwhile, 3 model years down the same generation, the exact same body style is sitting reliable, cheap to fix, and completely ignored. The difference isn't luck, it's the model year. Let's go through the ones to avoid and then the ones actually worth your money. We'll start with the worst. Worst number 3. The 2004 BMW 530i and 545i, first year of the E60 generation. This was the year BMW threw out everything familiar about the 5 Series and started over. New platform, new styling, and for the first time, iDrive controlling almost every function in the car through a single dial and screen. New, these started around $45,000 to $60,000. Today, you'll find them for $3,000 to $5,000, and that price should tell you something. First-year redesigns are almost always the buggiest, and this one was no exception. The early iDrive system was slow, confusing, and prone to freezing entirely, sometimes locking out climate control and navigation until the car was restarted. Electrical gremlins were widespread, window regulators failing, door lock actuators dying, and the electronic parking brake motor burning out at $600 to $900 per corner to replace. The V8 in the 545i used a network of plastic cooling system components that were known to crack with age, and a full cooling system overhaul on these engines commonly runs $1,500 to $2,000. This is a car where cheap purchase price gets erased by the first series repair bill, often within the first year of ownership. Worst number 2. The 2008 BMW 535i E60 generation with the N54 twin-turbo engine. This one has a cult following among tuners because the N54 engine responds incredibly well to modification, which is exactly why so many examples on the used market have been driven hard by a previous owner chasing horsepower. New price was around $55,000. Used today, you'll see these for $6,000 to $9,000. The N54's biggest factory flaw was the high-pressure fuel pump, which failed commonly enough that BMW issued a recall extension on it, but that recall has long since expired, and a replacement out-of-pocket now runs $800 to $1,200. Fuel injectors on this engine are another known weak point, prone to leaking and misfiring at $400 to $600 per injector times 6. The twin turbochargers themselves, especially on cars that were tuned, can fail well before 100,000 miles, and a turbo replacement job on this platform is a full day of labor at minimum, easily crossing $2,000. If you find one that's been babied and never tuned, it can be a genuinely fun car, but the odds of finding that specific example are lower than most buyers assume. Worst number 1. The 2011 BMW 528i and 535i, first year of the F10 generation with the 4-cylinder N20 engine. This is the year BMW downsized the base engine to a turbocharged 4-cylinder to meet efficiency targets, and it's widely considered one of the shakiest engines the brand has built in the last 2 decades. New price for the 528i started around $49,000. Used, you'll find these today for $7,000 to $10,000. The N20 has a documented history of timing chain guide failures, and when the guide breaks, it can send debris through the entire engine, sometimes requiring a full replacement rather than a repair. Independent shops report this failure showing up anywhere from 60 to 100,000 miles, well within the ownership window of a used buyer, at a repair cost that can run $4,000 to $6,000 if the engine needs to come out. On top of that, the electric water pump and thermostat housing on this engine generation are known failure points, at $400 to $700 each, and they tend to fail together rather than separately. Combined an unreliable engine with the added complexity of BMW's early 8-speed automatic pairing, and this specific model year has one of the worst reliability reputations of any 5 Series built this century. Now let's talk about the years actually worth buying. Best number 4. The 2016 BMW 535i, final year of the F10 generation. By the time BMW got to the end of this platform's run, most of the early bugs had been engineered out. New price was around $60,000. Used today, you'll find well-kept examples for $17,000 to $22,000. This is the F10 at its most sorted. The N51 single-turbo inline-6 replaced the troublesome N54 years earlier and proved to be a genuinely durable engine, with far fewer high-pressure fuel pump and injector complaints. The 8-speed automatic by this point had years of software refinement behind it, and most of the early electrical quirks from the platform's first 2 years had been resolved through running production changes. You still get the classic BMW inline-6 smoothness and a genuinely engaging chassis, but without the gambling on first-year or high-mileage Turbo 4 reliability risks. This is the F10 to actually buy if you want the driving experience without the early years headaches. Best number 3. The 1999 to 2000 BMW 528i and 540i mid-cycle E39 generation. Ask any longtime BMW mechanic which 5 Series they'd actually own, and this generation comes up constantly. New, these started around $40,000 to $55,000. Today, clean examples can be found for $6,000 to $12,000, which for a car this well regarded is remarkable value. The E39 is widely considered the last analog-feeling 5 Series before BMW moved to iDrive and heavier electronic control systems, and mechanically, it's one of the simplest, most robust platforms the brand ever built. The naturally aspirated inline-6 in the 528i and the V8 in the 540i are both known for regularly crossing 200,000 miles with nothing beyond standard maintenance. No turbochargers, no complex direct injection, no dual clutch transmission. The main items to watch for are cooling system plastics, which are original equipment weak points on any BMW of this era, but a full cooling system refresh runs a manageable $600 to $900 and essentially resets that risk for another 100,000 miles. This is the 5 Series generation independent mechanics recommend most often when someone asks for a used BMW that won't bankrupt them. Best number 2. The 2006 to 2007 BMW 530i E60 generation with the N52 engine. This is the sweet spot inside the generation that started rough. By 2006, BMW had replaced the early inline-6 with the N52, a naturally aspirated engine widely regarded as one of the most reliable the company has ever produced. New price was around $48,000. Used today, these run $8,000 to $12,000. The N52 has no turbocharger and no high-pressure direct injection system, which removes 2 of the most common failure points found on later BMW engines entirely. By this point in the E60's run, BMW had also revised the iDrive software to be noticeably faster and more stable than the confusing first-generation system, and many of the early electrical bugs had been resolved through updated wiring harnesses and control modules. You still get the E60's sharp handling and the styling that's aged better than people expected, but with an engine that mechanics regularly describe as nearly bulletproof. This is the generation's redemption arc, and almost nobody shopping the used market realizes it happened. Best number 1. The 2021 to 2023 BMW 530i G30 generation. This is the modern pick, and it earns the top spot because it solves nearly every problem on this list at once. New price runs $55,000 to $65,000. Used with mild depreciation, you'll find these for $32,000 to $40,000, a smaller discount than the older cars, but a fraction of the ongoing risk. The B48 turbocharged 4-cylinder in this generation has a completely different reliability track record than the earlier N20. Revised timing chain design, a stronger water pump, and years of BMW production refinement behind it. This engine pairs with a genuinely excellent 8-speed automatic and in many trims a 48-volt mild hybrid system that smooths out stop-start driving and slightly improves efficiency without adding meaningful complexity. Standard safety technology across this generation includes adaptive cruise control, active lane keeping, and a suite of driver assistance features that simply didn't exist on any of the older cars on this list. Owner satisfaction and reliability data on the G30 has consistently outperformed both the F10 and E60 generations at the same point in their production life, and BMW's 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty on a lightly used example still has real coverage left on it. So here's the pattern. The worst years on this list all share the same root cause, either a brand new platform still working out its bugs, or an engine design that BMW itself moved away from within a few years because the failure rate was too high. The best years all share the opposite pattern, either a naturally aspirated engine with fewer complex parts to fail, or a later model year where the manufacturer had years of real-world data to fix what broke early. One more thing worth knowing before you shop. Engine code matters more than trim badge on every single one of these years. A 528i and 535i from the same model year can carry completely different engines depending on the region and production date, and dealers don't always list that detail clearly in the ad.
Pull the VIN, run it through a decoder, and confirm the exact engine before you even schedule a test drive. It takes 5 minutes, and it can save you from walking into a known problem engine wearing a trim badge that sounds safe. It's also worth remembering that BMW's own extended warranty and certified pre-owned programs can flip the map on a few of these worst year picks. A 2011 528i with a CPO warranty still active removes most of the financial risk from the N20's timing chain problem, because BMW's the one paying for it, not you. The car itself hasn't changed, but the ownership risk has, so always check whether factory coverage is still attached before writing off a specific year entirely. The reverse is true too. A best year pick with no warranty left and a spotty service history can still surprise you. So a clean Carfax and a completed maintenance record matter just as much as which engine is under the hood. And one habit that pays for itself no matter which year you land on: get an independent pre-purchase inspection from a shop that specializes in BMWs, not a general mechanic. A specialist knows exactly which failure points to check on each specific engine code, and can often catch a water pump failure, a leaking valve cover, or early chain stretch before it becomes a 4-figure repair. That inspection typically costs $100 to $200. On a car with this much variance between good years and bad, it's the cheapest insurance you'll ever buy. If you're shopping for a used 5 Series, the model year matters more than the trim level, more than the color, and almost as much as the mileage. Two cars that look identical on a listing page can have completely different ownership outcomes depending on which engine and which production year is actually under the hood. Check the VIN, look up the specific engine code before you buy, and get a pre-purchase inspection from someone who knows BMW specifically, because on this list, the difference between a great buy and a money pit isn't the badge, it's the year. Subscribe. See you in the next one.